Peace and blessings. Welcome. Jump on in. Jump on in. All right, y'all. Let me give a couple more people some time to get in. Peace and blessings. Jump on in. We're gonna do a twin flame message update from the masculine and divine feminine frequency. All right. So peace and blessings. Welcome to the live. I know I ain't been live for some of these readings in a minute, but we're definitely gonna do an update on what's going on with the twin flame connection. Now, if this resonates, take it. If it doesn't, leave it. All right. Peace and blessings. Welcome. Welcome, Tanya. Welcome. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Just give a couple more people some time to get on. All right. I know it's been a while since I've been on live, so I wouldn't be surprised. But I did share it to a couple of places, but that was like an hour or two ago, so we'll see. If anything, they'll catch it when they watch later, but I definitely will start going live again for readings. All right. All right. So, Spirit, what message do you have for the divine masculine and the divine feminine at this moment? What message do you have? All right. So, first, they want to start off with the moon card. All right. So, we're starting off with the moon card. It says a powerful, intuitive epiphanies. Okay. Let go of fear and worries, understanding the truth of a situation. So, it's more like exposure. All right. So, a lot of things are happening right now with you in the masculine. It's a lot of exposure going on right now as far as being put to the forefront. Now, Spirit is saying that you have to pay attention to intuition. You in this masculine at this moment have to pay attention to um, what's happening. Like what's happening right now is supposed to happen for y'all. All right. It's going to be a lot of shedding. All right. The connection is about shedding the darker side of yourself to get to the lighter side of yourself. So you got the moon card, and it says let go of fears and worries. Okay. A lot of exposure going on as far as your internal, and it's like hard for your physical to catch up and realize what's going on. All right. So it's understanding the truth of a situation. So they want you guys to see the bigger picture of who you really are. In order for y'all to do that, they have to show you the truth, like the trials and tribulations that's causing you guys to be apart. So they want y'all to pay attention to the reality that you're in and how hard it is to come together and stay together. All right. So they are exposing the wicked right in front of your face. Okay. Here we go, Spirit. All right. So you got the Magician card. You got the Magician card. So you can do anything. charge of your life. You can manifest what you want. I mean, you can manifest what you need, okay, to be a success. So they're saying it's not hard for you to manifest each other. All right, you both can manifest each other, but it's hard because you're distracted. So Spirit is saying in order for you guys to manifest, it's not hard to get you together, it's just hard to keep you together. It's hard for y'all to make that moment last for a longer time. So with this magician card, you should be able to manifest what you want, but it's hard to keep it. Okay? Because the thing is that you haven't mastered the ability to let go of trauma, right? So that when you do manifest, you guys do manifest each other into each other's life. You can't last because it looks the same. The only thing that will divide you from karmic energy, all right, is the difference. And they have to see the difference in who you are in comparison to the karmic or past relationships and so forth. And this is for both masculine and feminine. I'm doing both masculine and feminine. We're going to divide it up. Okay. So you got the magician card. So they're saying you could manifest what you want, but the problem is that it's hard for y'all to accept each other. It's hard for you to accept. It's hard for you to connect. All right. The next card is unity. Exactly. So it's hard for you guys to connect. You have the unity card next to the magician card and magician card next to the moon card. It's just hard for y'all to understand what's going on. Okay, so you got the unity card. Now they're trying their best to get you guys together, but like I said, with ignorance and ignorance is bliss mindset, it's hard for people to get the point. Okay, so it says do the right thing for the right reasons. Compare tradition versus new approaches using tradition versus new approaches to see which works for you. Okay, which means as a unity, what works for you guys as a unit, not as an individual. Okay, so y'all are so used to being separated that separation starts to feel good. Being alone starts to feel good. And then when you come together, it's like, damn, well, we got to share now. We got to share. So it's a little bit hard for those who have like stingy mindset. You have the masculine who have a stingy energy, but doesn't want to help, doesn't want to participate, doesn't want to contribute, doesn't want to provide, doesn't want to protect. So it's hard for them to give. And then you have the feminine who wants to give, wants to provide. You're exposing the masculine for all the energy that you have. Okay, so so that's comparing tradition versus new approach. Or new approaches, um, which is the new way of living. So they're having a hard time adapting to the fact that the roles. Okay, now just because they've been out of their masculinity or like away from or rejecting their femininity, okay, which is part of balance, is masculine and feminine energy. You have to have both of them in order to find balance. But they've been stuck in toxic energy for so long, okay, that they just don't get it. All right, they just don't get it. Um, so they gotta compare tradition versus new approaches. Is like the old versus the new way of living. Okay. The old way of living is something they might have been used to, but now the world is changing. Now the frequency is changing because this is what the universe does. And this is why manipulation will never work. Okay. Make sure y'all hit that like. Okay. Share if you can. So this is why manipulation will not work. Okay. When it comes to this union. All right. So they're having a hard time. Like, you can be anything and everything you want, but they're having a hard time accepting. You guys are having a hard time accepting each other's role. Okay, you want more for the masculine doesn't want to give more, or you're giving too much and the masculine wants more of you when you only have a certain amount to give. So it's gotta they gotta figure out how to make it work. All right. So once they figure out how to make it work, there will be no manipulation on both ends. You guys could make it work. So, okay, so you got a spiritual minded community. Now, it's very important to find spirituality in some way, shape, or form. Now, it doesn't matter what religion you study, it all leads to one path. Now, depending on your level of frequency, it can lead you in a different direction. Now, the goal is one way, but if you create a detour, and this is called distraction, you will create another way. Okay, so this is why it's important for you to tap into your spirituality, your self, your soul, your soul's purpose. Now, some people may call it witchcraft, Christianity, and all that other stuff, but it's all going to the same thing. But it's all depending on the path that, because you got to take what resonates with your soul and leave the rest. Okay. Now, some people just take what resonates with their body and they leave the rest, but they forget the conscious part of it, which is, the subconscious part of it, of their minds, is you still have a soul purpose. Okay. All right. So, oh, we got the Lovers card. All right. So, Spirit is trying to get you guys together. All right. You and you, divine feminine, divine masculine, together. Now, if this resonates with you, take it. If it doesn't, leave it. But this is very important for those true divine people that's on this journey. All right. Spirit wants you to know that they're trying to bring you guys together. Sorry, y'all. You probably can't see it too far away. But they want you to know that they're trying to get you into union by any and all means. Okay? So you got true love that is long lasting. Choices made from the heart. Okay? From the heart. It has to be made from the heart, but a lot of people are only making choices based on sexuality, preference, and stuff like that, and material, stuff like that. It's not based off of true love. Okay? They're avoiding that heart to heart connection. All right. So Spirit is trying to say, well, they're trying to get you guys together. All right. So you got true love that is long lasting. Choices made from the heart. A return of good health. Okay. Only way it's going to work is if there's good health, which means your mind got to be right, your body got to be right, and your soul has to be right. Your soul will be happy once you start listening to your mind. Your mind will be happy, will reflect to your body. So your mind, body, and soul will become balanced, and that's love. And then once you become balanced, you can manifest love again. But you both have to be on the same page, and this is the importance of being in a soul connection. All right, it's because you guys will be able to balance it out. All right. So that is a message for the divine masculine and his divine feminine from spirit. Now let's go down the line and see what else is going on. Let me move this over a little bit because of the camera angle. Now it's very important. Okay. All right. Got deception going on here. Now there's a lot of deception going on between the two of you. Now, feminine, I know y'all be like, okay, well, I give masculine everything. Why am I giving off deception type of energy? You have your own way of manipulating the union, which is, I got it together, so come on back type such situation. Just allow it to set itself. And as far as the masculine, he, running. Okay. So you got deception. Someone is wearing a false mask. Okay, in this relationship. All right, just typical, um, push and pull, running, and so on and so forth when it comes to the connection. So we already know that. All right. But this is why it's important to tap into the intuition, because only the intuition can expose the truth for what it really is. Okay. So you got deception here. Just a lot of negative energy. All right. See what else, Spirit? All right. True love. Okay. So we got love here again popping up. But it's a lot of deception going on with true love. Denial. Okay. A lot of denial happening. This okay, is the romance of a lifetime. Of course, your twin flame or your soulmate or your, whatever they call it, they can give it whatever name it is. We know what they're talking about. You can name it a million names, just like they got a million different gods. This connection is a connection out of this world. Okay, it is a connection that is out of this world. It cannot be destroyed, but it can be delayed. All right. But once you guys realize that the relationship is being delayed, not by just you and your partner, but by the world, this is why it's supposed to be you and your partner against the world, not you against your partner and you and your partner against you. Y'all got to switch that frequency. The frequency is to not let the demonic beings around you destroy your true love connection. All right, and that's what twin flame connection does. So when people are dealing with these connections, they don't know how to deal with it because they are allowing, okay, the world to destroy their relationships instead of healing within, so that that way it can be y'all against the world, and that's y'all making sure there's no deception, making sure there's no manipulation as far as um fake karmic love coming in and out your life. You know, it's supposed to clear this stuff out. This stuff got to be cleared out or organized or put in its place. Okay, so you do have true love here. The situation is a romance of a lifetime. You know, they're not going to stress it too much. They already know who you are. You guys are two peas in a pod. You're just in two separate bodies dealing with two physical realities, alternative realities. Okay, so let's see what else, Spirit. All right, calling in your soulmate. All right, that's exactly what's happening. Now, this would be the middle card. Spirit is saying you guys are calling each other in, but every time you call each other in, you're always butting heads. All right, you're always butting heads with each other. There's always having some. It's y'all thoughts against each other instead of against the world again. So it says calling in your soulmate. Your prayers and affirmations and visualizations help bring you together. All right, which means you both are asking for the same thing. It's like they're saying you guys are asking for, we're giving you what you asked for. You both are asking for love. Now we're giving it to you, but you're not accepting it because it's not packaged in the way that you desire. Now you're not supposed to lead with desire. Desire is deception. Desire is deception. But calling in your master, calling your soulmate, you're not calling it in with your physical body. You're calling it in with your essence of it, the soul of it, the spiritual aspect of it. Your connection is what you're using to call each other in. Okay? And that's what makes you um, solely tied to each other. That's what makes you soulmates and twin flames and so on and so forth. Okay? Some people will use that soulmate as a word of karmic, but that's just more delays. You guys have to use your divine essence, and it's very important. Okay, so that your prayers and your affirmations and your visualizations could help bring you together. It's very clear and simple. So you're being delayed. You're being delayed. All right, retreat. So you're being told to come back together, and when you come back together, you guys gotta disconnect. You both have to be on the same. It's like this, right? Well, y'all know that feeling when you come together. Like you can't feel anything other than each other. You know, they call it the love bombing phase, right? Now, some people use that tactic in narcissism, yes, but that's called manipulation, all right? But when it comes to a real, genuine connection, you do go through a love bombing phase, all right? Reality gets the best of you. Manipulators, narcissists, sociopaths, psychopaths, all right, misogynists, and all that stuff just tell you these things. They play good guy. Now you're gonna meet nice people in the beginning, of course. All right. But it's about who's gonna last the longest with you. You guys could be in a toxic relationship for 15, 20 years these days. You guys could fall in love with each other for 4 or 5 months and have a baby type stuff. This stuff is too much. It's moving too fast and nothing's growing. Okay. You guys are in, a lot of people are in toxic connections where they're not growing and they're not allowing themselves to expand, right? So here's what they're trying to do. They're trying to help you. They're trying to answer your question. Once they get you guys together, all right, it is time to disconnect. It is time to disconnect from the world. Now, I'm not talking about death as far as physical death. No, I'm talking about disconnect from the false reality that is. Never mind your friends and your family and stuff. You both have to literally just say, you know what? I'm just gonna let's just go on a vacation together. Never mind everybody else. Let's go on a personal trip with each other, get to know each other. Like pretend the world was just you and them. It's like the Adam and Eve effect, minus the baby come the Eve coming from Adam's ribs, minus that part. But the Adam and Eve theory on both of you guys being the first ones. You know what I'm saying? On this earth. So you have to live it like that, almost caveman days, with respect, not the savagery, but with the respect that it's just you're the one, I'm the one, we're one type situation. So they want you guys to take yourselves away from society. So say if you live in a popular place, if you try to, get together and move, like when you guys are going through your situations, just like find a way to get away from toxic people. All right, let's see what else Spirit has to say. All right, make an effort. All right, make an effort. All right, somewhere down the line, one of you guys are gonna hit each other up, or Spirit will run you guys. If y'all don't make an effort to each other in one way, shape, or form with respect and divine driven, divinity and whatnot, universe is gonna put you guys together. They did it before, they'll do it again. Okay. Now not all unions are made out of or are driven by divine, so don't be misled, you know. But you'll know, you just know. Okay, so make an effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Sometimes, like I said, you can't worry about your pride sometimes. Like your pride gets in the way. Pride is just ego. All right. Sometimes other people may. I'm sorry, I had to move a notification so I could see. Um, Sometimes people will just jump into your relationships and welcome to everybody that just jumped in. Welcome. Sometimes people will get involved in your relationships that they shouldn't. Okay, they really shouldn't get involved. This is your trials and your tribulations, whether it's good or bad. All right, people just gotta mind their business unless they're there for the greater good. Okay, everybody is not made to be the one you love. Everybody's not made that way. Nobody should, but everybody portrays to be. So your goal, both of y'all goal, is to weed out the wicked in your garden. Your garden is the mind. All right, it's very important you protect your mind. The serpent is something that just controls your emotions. You have to be control in order for that serpent not to invade your garden, which is your mind, and your soul is God. Your soul is God. Your mind is the garden. The serpent is the manipulator outside of you, which is the alter ego or other people who is trying to enter your mind. They're trying to control your mind. All right. So you have to say, no, serpent, I'm good. I can think for myself. Now, yes, they're going to dislike you, but that's the point. A serpent can't feed on someone who's healthy. All right. So let's go. Let's move forward. Let me use the moon deck. Peace and blessings. Welcome. Hey, everybody in the chat. How you doing? If you're interested in booking a personal reading with me, you can hit me up in my email. All right. So we have time for healing. All right. Very, very important to heal. All right. Now, I know a lot of y'all are tired of hearing the same routine, but you heal when you're no longer tired of hearing it. It is just yes. It becomes an inspiration, when someone says time to heal instead of saying, oh, I still gotta heal, I still gotta heal. That is the difference between, okay, someone who's healed and someone who's not healed. Is that frequency. If you're tired of hearing be patient and you're tired of hearing and it's getting on your nerves and it's putting you in a low vibration, pisses you off, all right, triggers your ego, then that means you still have more work to do. When you hear these words, these are key words that are truth that's supposed to wake you up, truth that is supposed to rise you up. You will feel inspired. Okay. So it is time to heal. It's time for healing from the both of y'all. Spirit wants you guys to take off that mask, heal that true self. Okay. Heal both of your true selves. So that way you can come into true love. Okay. I know it sounds cliche, but it's a fact. Okay. So healing is very important. All right. Did I drop anything? No. All right. So that one is expect powerful changes when you do heal. expect a big change. The big change when you and the divine masculine heal and y'all come together is you won't have friends, you won't have family, you won't work the same, your money's different. You just will not participate in the false matrix. All right? That's that's expecting a big change. That's the big change. Masculine may have children or maybe with a wife or something like that. The big change is that it's like big moves so y'all can be together type stuff, right? I know some of y'all are dealing with this stuff, but like I said, you both are dealing with it in your own way. You may not be with someone, but your partner may be because of the fact that that masculine is not going to, um, wait around. Some of them just don't have that type of discipline. Some of them are just sexual driven, and they got to heal that sexual demon. They have to heal that Jezebel spirit, all right? And that's their own business. So once once you guys healed and you got it all together and that deception is out of the way, you guys will expect a powerful change with this big impact, and you will start to call each other in. Like once reality kicks in, you'll start to be like, oh my God, really? All of that for nothing? I see now. I see now. I'm no longer see now, but I see now. You understand what I'm saying? All right. So this one here says, be bold and make the first move. All right. Be bold and make the first move. Now, when it comes to unity and retreat and calling your soulmate, like I said, either one, you or the other, will be called in. Now, if they reject you, it's not time. All right. If they accept you, then you'll know. Be patient, be humble, don't rush. All right. And allow it to be natural. So when it comes to union, retreat, and calling your soulmate again, all right, be bold, make the first move. I'm not telling you feminines, all right? Feminine energy, no. This is masculine energy. So if you are a female if you are a female and you're in your masculine frequency, and you want to, of course, you want to hit that partner up, but you just need to be a little bit more lenient, okay? Especially if he's with someone or he's dealing with someone, because some masculines got other options, all right? So they might see you as desperate, or if they're narcissistic, they will use you for what you got. You got to be patient. So I would say be patient, because either way it goes, either way it goes, you just got to be bold, be strong, okay? Because the masculine can still come into your life and still lie, but you have to be strong enough to know, recognize the demon, recognize the lies, and then if the masculine is not, ma- you know, if the masculine is not on that level of frequency, oneness, healing, then you get back on your path of healing. You don't allow it to drop you down, because you got to remember, people are dealing with demons. People are dealing with toxic energy. Okay. Yeah, it gets real tough. Um, it gets real tough. When you're dealing with. Hold on, y'all. It gets real tough when you're dealing. No links, please. I'm gonna have to block you. It gets real tough when you're dealing with, like, cause marriage on in the physical, in this reality, marriage is not a trophy anymore. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because it's been manipulated. People are using that goal to trigger other people's emotions. Do you understand what I'm saying? And it puts you in motion. So it's not a flex like that anymore. You know what I mean? Like for some people it is, the minority of people, but the majority of people just don't. A lot of people are going on their spiritual journey now. A lot of people are doing what they're supposed to have been doing in the beginning, and that's waiting for true love. Just because somebody speak a good game and really help you in life and so on, so It don't make them the one. You really, people tell you to run from a soul tie, but the soul tie is the true connection. It's the face of reality. And in this world we live in, it's backwards. People are telling you to um, run from that which you must learn. All right. And I'm not going to tell nobody to run from a soul tie. I'm going to tell you to learn from it because you have to learn from that soul tie. That's how you heal. All right. So let's keep going. All right. So you got, it is time to release negative energy. Definitely time to release negative energy. So when you both come together, you guys have to sort out your differences. If you can't sort your differences out together, you're gonna have to figure a way how to sort them out separately. And this is why a lot of y'all are in separation, because when you come together, you can't help but express how you feel. All right, you guys got your own journey, your own experiences. Everybody's different. You can't help how you express your emotion. Okay, you're in motion. So until you can control your emotions, and I'm not telling you to be blah or not have feelings and emotions, but sometimes we have to think about what we say and do. Okay, we have to think about what we say and do. So you got, it's time to release negative energy. You don't want to release negative energy on each other. Your problem is really not each other. Your problem is the reality. Your problem is temptation. All right, what you need to do is pray that you're strong enough and your partner is strong enough to overcome temptation. Your partner fell for temptation, and that's what caused distractions. Like I said, oneness, union, peace is when you both no longer allow the world to keep you apart. All right? You no longer allow the world to keep you apart. I mean, it's very important, because what the universe is trying to say in this reading today, this frequency today, is that we are trying to get you guys together. You guys could just come together right now, but um y'all have toxic energy on you that you guys sought out. You're both gonna keep pointing the finger at each other. You're gonna keep pointing the finger at each other, or reflecting or projecting to each other. Like his pain becomes your pain, for something he's have done. No, leave him to his own demise. All right. So your partner is in a relationship. All right. They're in a relationship right now. Now I know y'all will probably say, okay, well they're not dating this karmic, or they're not. But they are. They are. A lot of people don't put, like, some people will say I'm single, but they still dating. Like I try to explain to my twin that, even though you saying you're single, you're dating. So you're not single. All right, you're dating. So if he's not going to use that word when he's out there. He's not going to use I'm dating, because if women found out that he were dating, they would not want him. So he's using that I'm single to bait people in when that's not cool. So he will deal with his own shit as well. But they're in relation. A relation is getting to know someone and going, further. All right. Now, do the relationship last? It will last until it's done. Like it will last until they get what they want and then separate. But at this moment, they're dealing with somebody. Okay, see. Okay, it says not committed to the karmic. All right. So, like I said, with that whole manipulation game, they might be telling the karmic they're in a relationship, but in their mind, they're not committed. Like I said, they will say one thing and do another. All right. So they're messing with this karmic, telling this karmic, I love you, I care about you. And then it's turn around and say, I'm not with the karmic. Denial. And so, like I said, they say I'm single, but you're really dating. You understand what I'm saying? So he's still saying he's single, but he's still saying I'm single, but really I'm dating, but I'm still in my mind a single person. So that's toxic. So of course they're not committed. It won't last as long. This one here say I fell for temptation. All right. I fell for temptation. Typical. In and out, in and out, in and out of relationships. In and out, no commitments, no nothing, just in and out. Single, but not committed. You know what I'm saying? So they just falling for temptation left and right, left and right. And then they'll blame it on you for being in your emotions when they're telling you one thing and doing another. Okay? So don't take what he's dealing with. Hold on, sorry y'all. I bent that hard. All right. So it said not twin flames. They are not twin flames who he's dealing with. All right. Just not. So he's playing games. All right. I would be careful. All right. I would be careful. But definitely not. He just fell for temptation. It's just sex. Oops. Bondage. Okay. Some of them are just trapped in bondage. Some of them just trapped in toxic connections where they just don't know what to do to get out. A lot of these men take a little longer to wake up. You know, a lot of them take a little bit longer to realize what they need to do. So a lot of them are saying, I'm in a relationship, but I'm not committed to the karmic. They're giving you mixed signals, but really, I wouldn't trust it as far as physical. Spiritually, I know it's hard. You're getting all these signs and stuff like they miss you and stuff, which is true. But physically, it's a Pokemon. You know what I'm saying? It's just sexual exchange. It's just desires being played with. And this is why it's hard for them to come in. This is part of the world they need to avoid. It's part of the world they need to avoid. Forgive yourself. All right? Forgive yourself for falling for the okie doke as well. All right? Allow the masculine to grow. It may take a whole lifetime. I'm sorry. But what you must do, and this is what people got to understand, you have to be a part of the change. You'll have many lives together. You come and go as many times as you want. But you have to change the program. You are a download. Every person that's born naturally on this planet is a download. You have to become the change that you want to manifest for the futures of everyone else, including yourself. Because when you no longer exist in this form, in this avatar, when you expire and you become unalive, all right, you manifest back here. So be a part of the change. All right. Um, that's all you have to do. As long as you do that, okay, with or without your partner, fulfill that purpose. You'll be good. So start setting a positive influence on your life. Okay. Um, being married is not just it. Still have to live because you never know what happens if your partner dies or something and you're left alone. You'll be a widow. You still have to lead by example. Hey, look at that. Lead by example. Yeah. It's not about just coming into a union and cuddling. Okay. Follow the golden rule. Regardless if your partner is not fulfilling their purpose, you must follow the path with or without them because consciously you're connected. Physically, it's delayed. It's disconnected. That's how you know this person is dealing with demonic spirits because the body is being misguided and misled. You guys have to keep pushing forward. Keep pushing forward. Focus on the positive. Positive side of it is that you met this person. I know it's like real simple and easy, but guess what? You met the life of your partner, so you know that everybody else that comes is just a liar. And that's the best thing about knowing the truth. You will see the game. You will see it coming from a mile away. This is the importance of it. So focus on the positive side of it. The positive side of it is that you will not allow yourself to be manipulated anymore, even though. Now there's a lot of listen, in this time in this era, okay? There is a lot of twin flames in separation, right? More than they are in union, because we have work to do. So you're not alone, regardless to how you feel. You're not alone. Fulfill your destiny, all right, with or without them. That's what you're gonna have to do. Because see, the thing is that they couldn't control their own body, so they're in yours. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's the whole point. The game is supposed to be won regardless, because it's either you're one or you become one. And to become one is that your whose body is more disciplined than the other. And it just so happened to be y'all. But you disconnect when you get depressed. You disconnect when you reject the essence of it. You disconnect from that, and then you'll start on this whole journey again. All right. Self-love is the key. Because when you're on your deathbed and you become unalive and you pass on, your partner will be standing right there. And you'll be like, I was with you the whole time. And you'll be like, oh, right, you was. Acknowledge them now in their energetic level. And then you guys can just move on. Honest to God, you'll be able to move on when you get old and die. Some of y'all will have some tragic moments, but that'll be up to you and your most high. But you know what I mean. On that time, at that time, you guys would be like, "Oh, I didn't don't you don't want to die saying I didn't get it," because then you would be no different from the masculine when he dies and say, "Oh, I didn't find true love." You know what I'm saying? You got to get it. Just make sure you, "Oh, I got it. I understood it. I heard your messages. I felt your love. Did you embody it? Did you embrace it? Did you become one with it?" That's important. That's more important with just two physical beings coming together dealing with a toxic world. All right. Were you the part of the change? Did you listen to your masculine when he gave you that positive energy? Did you spread love amongst others? Did you help guide others? Did you become one with the self? It's important. This connection is not something to be played with. All right. You got to let go. All right. Got to let go. In order to heal, you got to let go when you're dealing with toxic situations. All right. You got to forgive yourself. Be, like I just said, forgive yourself and be an example, becoming one. So regardless to how other people see you, okay, you have to be able to. It's your job. It's very important to fulfill this destiny. What you know, because they're with you consciously, but they're just their bodies is just disconnected. You cannot chase the disconnection. You know what I'm saying? You cannot do that. So you got to lead by example and you got to let go. I know it's hard. Nobody wants to be alone. I get it. But the moment you allow that, the less BS you're traveling with, bondage and bullshit you're traveling with, it'd be better. It'd be easy for you to focus. Take yourself out to eat, you know, doll up so you can feel pretty. Stuff like that. Do what you would do. Never mind sex. Sex is for procreation. Honestly, sex is for procreation only. So if you are not trying to have a baby, you do not need to be focused on sex. Sex is for procreation only, not for pleasure. A lot of y'all are stuck in desire. Your masculine is stuck in desire. That is the last place you want to be. That is only for procreation. And this is why a lot of masculines are not with their baby mothers or child's mothers, because they are only seeking desire and they're not actually seeking a good, healthy relationship. They only chasing desire. And if you do have your partner, you guys are not supposed to be having sex like just like wild dogs. You're supposed sex is the last thing you want to be thinking about unless you're ready to procreate. I mean, that's the real reality of it. That's why sex comes with making babies, because it's for procreation only. Just like eating is for eating, not blowjobs. You understand what I'm saying? So we do extra shit and then get mad that it's not working. Your body is a temple, and that it must return to a temple state. All right? You can become pure again if you are not out there having sex. You know you're ready for union when you're practicing celibacy. You understand what I'm saying? But if you're still chasing desire, you still have work to do. If you're still expecting expectations, you still have work to do. All right. So you gotta let go. So you have success. All right. You know, you're blocking your blessings. Masculine's blocking his blessings. Divine feminine blocking her blessings. You gotta be able to let go in order to succeed. I know it's hard, but the moment you get over that hardest part, you'll be like, oh, it's a breeze. So you got success. Then you have no. All right. You have no. Let me see here. You just have no. So if you're asking a question right now in your mental mind, the answer is no. All right. You know, people are distracted from that. Oh, that's only supposed to be 3. Okay. People are distracted. And I'm gonna leave it there. So if you had a question in the back of your mind, the answer is no, Spirit said. But you're blocking your blessings. All right. Let me tell you something. The more like people give their energy out, we are monks. We are monks. Here, let me put it down a little bit more. We are amongst energy vampires. Okay? We are amongst energy vampires. All right? Your masculine has failed for it. You get bit. All right? And then there are some connections where you're just not the one, but it may seem hard. But it's very real. I mean, we all have it. Every natural human being. I can't vouch for test tube babies. I can't vouch for uh artificially and some all that shit. I can't vouch for all that. That's different. But I'm talking about the chosen ones. See, the chosen ones is being manipulated, and y'all are falling for it because y'all care. You're empathic. You know that something's not right, so you have to lead by example. Okay, they can't say, "Oh my God, these demonic beings, these spiritual beings, these soulless beings are like, well, damn, chosen ones can't be that chosen because they don't get it yet." So manipulation will grow like a cancer. Once you know your enemy, you can deal with it. And I don't mean just physical. Everybody's avoiding the truth, avoiding and running from facing the facts. But that's what's gonna heal you. You're running from what's gonna heal you. Sometimes you need to get a fire lit underneath your ass. That's why they call it twin flames. Because you need that fire lit under that ass to get you going. To twin flame connections remind you of who you are by exposing your weakest parts. And the moment you overcome your weakest parts, you will heal. Masculine is stuck in a lower level of desire. That is the lowest level of desire. And you are elevating to your mind, your heart, and you're being hurt because you can't get past your heart to your mind to realize you fell for the okie doke when it came to manipulation. You know, I know it gets tough. It gets tough. All right, but this is the reality of it. So if this message resonates with you, take it. If it doesn't, leave it. All right. If you feel the need to want to book a personal reading with me, you can just email me. Check out all my links in my community tab and whatnot. Um, I'll be on TikTok here and there, going live and answering pendulum readings. But it's very important, y'all. We got to heal. As feminine energy, we have to tap into Mother Earth. It's not a joke anymore. All right. It's time to rise up and uh, and do what we have to do to help Mother Earth heal. You know, it's the giver of life itself. So it's time to be the change. All right. You're not left behind. Okay. You are being assisted, and try hard not to look back. Peace.